is awesome, and I'm very happy to have him back on the show. He was here last week, and he's existential. He told me all about it, and he's cool as fuck, and you guys are gonna love him, guys. Give it up for the one, the only, Mr. Sai Kit. Everyone make some.
I'm the one with the prescription that gets you higher. I got every type of weed that you might desire. Go ahead, fire it up, maybe you can get inspired. Any kind of flavor you savor, I can do you the favor, just as long as you share with your neighbor. Some like sour D, that's an
15 minutes ago, someone in the audience offered me a brownie. I knew what that was about. Because I said I never smoke when the host asked who was not smoking here. I knew it was coming, right? Whenever you told someone you never kissed, whenever you tell someone you never smoked, someone will offer you what you don't have. Because it's reverse psychology. That was how I lost my first kiss last year, October 25. My willpower was weak that day. So I decided to set up this trap for one of the girls. I knew all the domino effect, how one thing lead to another. When I said, how does make out feel like? Is it smelly? Is it slimy? Isn't it bad? Why would people make out? It's so gross. So this girl come up to me, looking at me with her animated eyes. You never kiss? She's looking up at me. And I was, no, I'll just play it cool. No, I never. Why? So she grabbed me by the head, pulled me down, and kissed me. We made out for a long time. And then when we pulled away, she asked, how was it? I was like, okay, that's fine. Doesn't taste as bad as I thought it would be. And we made out again. This time with picture taken. Then she asked me how old I was. I said 31. She was 23. She was freaked out. I thought she knew. But yeah, people tend to forget about my age because of my perfect skin. I drink a lot of water, I exercise, I don't smoke. That's why I have good skin. But I think I'm a very violent person. When I tell you this, you think it's a joke. Because I look skinny, because I'm nice and I have this soft voice. But sometimes I scare myself. The kind of thought that goes through my mind is brutal. It's like, if you have played the game God of War, whenever he defeats the final boss, he's like, there's this intense music going on and the camera was shaking and he was like trying to kill the boss with like this blood and guts spill out, right? So, let me illustrate. Today, I was in Chinatown. I was getting a cup of canned juice. You know how they use the machine to seal the cover, the lids, right? It had like Hello Kitty on it. And I looked at it, I was pissed. That's why people say stuff about Chinese people. What is copyright violation? So I take a straw, I point the sharp side toward the Hello Kitty, and I stab her right on the mouth. Then I suck the juice out of her through that tube. That is how like psycho I am. People can't even tell because no one know what's going on. The whole scene was in silence. Right. So that was, that's why. Going back to the girl who gave me the first kiss. So whenever I was extremely busy, I would do crazy stuff. I would lose all my willpower. I would be exhausted. And just last Sunday, I performed here. And after that, something similar happened. And I'm going to tell you later. I felt a little bit hesitant because there's a video filming what I would say, and the story is barely legal. Well, so I think life is. Before that, I learned to pick up women. Just 2 years ago, I started learning. I always thought life is a love story. My life is a love story waiting to unfold. And then you will meet someone, and my destiny and her destiny would intertwine, and stuff like that. So every day I walk on the street, and there I saw old people, I saw family, I saw children, then I saw college girl of childbearing age in the peak stage of beauty. And I would wonder when my life's, like where my love story would happen, right? So one day I was modeling. My willpower was weak, so I model. Every year I model about 2 times. And that night I went to subway station after the modeling. And I was surprised I was not all like empty and broken inside. I was just waiting for the subway, which was delayed, and there was this young girl sitting there. And I was just minding my business because she was too young. I was reading the pickup book about like the game, right? The game. A lot of guys knew what I'm talking about. So that girl was asking me question like, what are you reading? And I was like, why are you talking to me? You're too young. And then she said, are you reading the game? And I was like, whoa, of all the people, of all the books, she knew what I was reading about. So instantly there was a connection. And then the subway arrived. So naturally I walk in, right? I walk in, and then turn around, she was still there. So in that nanosecond, I was trying to decide, should I open the door and just get back to her, or should I not? Is that too creepy? And the door closed, and I was like, no! And she was like, no! And then that was that. And that was destiny. Destiny would be a joke if you don't take action. So, back on the street, I saw all these old people, children, family, college girl. I think this story is taking too long to unfold. So I bought a bike. So whenever I'm on the city road, I can fast forward to the college girl. If life is a movie, I like to fast forward it to the climax. So with the bike, I just skip through all the old people, all the bullshit in between, and get to the girl. And I get rejected sometime, right? And then I would just go to the next block, to the next girl who I was meant to spend the rest of my life with. And then I say to this girl, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. You have no power over me. So I guess I'm running out of time. How much time do I still have? I was going to tell you, okay, maybe just one last very quick. So last week, after the performance, I was very stressed. I need to unwind. I feel powerful being on stage. So I just went out, talked to all the girls I see outside. And I saw these 3 girls. I was like, hey, what's your story? What are you doing here? And then why is she calling like that? I don't remember what I do. I just touched the hair and something like that. And I asked the tallest girl, can we make out? And she said, what kind of question is that? And I was like, good question. And we made out. And here's the catch. So I asked, why don't you come to see me in Vapor Central? We can meet there. And she said, we are not old enough. So that's the end of the story. Bye.
I got the cream of the crop. My crop means cream. When it's time to bag it up, I assemble the team. We're like the Yankees, most winning grand champs of the earth. Nothing gets you like the type of medicine I serve.
The one and only Sai Kit, everybody. Make some noise for the motherfucker.
They all come to see the reaper. They stay hot 24 like Kiefer. I tell them don't hit it too
Sai
hard.
Kit, you're the man, bro. You're exactly what everybody wants to listen to while they're high. It's like the funniest shit.